What's going on, guys? Welcome to Control Room. I'm David.
I'm AA Ron.
And I'm Gage.
Welcome you this morning. We're going to talk about a few
Quickly,
different
I'm
things.
Gage.
I don't know
We
what
did
the
it.
hell's wrong with these guys. But
Some of
we
us
got-
haven't slept very well.
I'm sorry.
We had that Call of Duty to play.
That's right.
Speaking of Call of Duty, look,
That's
see
right.
see
Our
how
first
I did
topic. Nice segue.
that? See, look at that. Look at that
He's
fucking
been
segue.
staying up all night playing CoD because he has no life. Modern Warfare came out Thursday evening, Friday morning, depending on where you live.
Depending on what game mode you're talking about.
Yeah.
I seen that Australia apparently got the PC version like 12 hours after the console version. Like,
Really?
Yeah, because PC dropped all at once across the whole world, whereas console was staggered out.
So why'd they get it 12 hours late?
Like, because their
They still got it
console...
like 12 hours ahead.
Their 12 hours late compared to their console version. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but PC version launched first.
Not for them.
Should have.
I don't know. However it worked then. Either late or behind, it doesn't really matter. The point was that they got them 12 hours separately.
Huh.
Because PC launched all at once.
All right. Well, sorry, Australia.
All right. So
Yeah,
sucks
that's
to be you.
unfortunate.
Australia PC
Although,
players.
to be fair, I haven't really got to play it much yet either. So, I feel you, Australia.
It's because you're putts.
Yeah,
Feel
I mean, for those of us who actually played it,
Some of us have lives, Aaron.
but
you know, I had something to do yesterday, so I wouldn't have played it either. But then my father-in-law backed out, so I didn't have anything to do. I was gonna go to SmackDown at Sprint Center.
Oh.
You know? And he's like, I don't want to go. I'm like, good, 'cause I didn't really want to go either.
So, you guys have played the game. First impressions. What do you
It's
think?
good.
Old school Call of Duty,
Yes.
old school like
the original Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
I mean,
not Black Ops,
yeah,
Call of Duty.
right. For you kids out there, we grew up on the original Modern Warfare, where you had 3 kill streaks and that was it. And
It
the
is taking me back to the days of extremely colorful language.
yeah. Oh yeah. If we had just got on and did normal chat before I was playing with you, oh yeah, it's back to that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody playing music. I was listening to the lobby, even though I.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you were
myself
listening to
muted.
the lobby. Never mind. Yeah, I didn't run across those annoying people that constantly listen.
But
to
maybe
music.
that's because we play on PC now. We're not scrubs, so
I mean, you are scrubs, but that's
No,
a different.
scrub, moderately okay. I'm not saying I'm good. I'm never gonna pull off
gets
the new.
kills, wins games.
Oh, it's like that.
Defense wins championships, but offense gets you there. Yeah, let's talk about who carries you to those bombs. Who carries you to those objectives?
You died before I got the bomb half the time in that one game.
Because I'll give you that cyber attack, which weird game mode as it is, you were better than me. But
Yeah, cyber attack's kind of fun. It's like dodgeball. You got a bomb in the middle, run, get it, and then you got to try to plant it. You can revive teammates. You got essentially one life, but you can be revived by your team.
not respawn, revive.
Yeah,
Have either of you played the campaign or the Spec Ops any yet?
I've not
Not
played
yet.
campaign, and for the Spec Ops said it recommended you do the campaign first. So I don't know if there's a bit of a story to it.
Maybe.
or
Possibly.
what, but so I plan on digging into the campaign this week sometime. But
Same.
early impressions, it's good. It's old school. It's frustrating, but it's fun. It's frustrating because I don't get kills worth a damn, but I get objectives.
And I'm sure a lot of the kinks and stuff are going to get worked out over time. It's just launched, and a lot of issues that you guys were telling me about earlier. I think that'll get worked out.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it's like-
aside from the ground war issues, there wasn't too many like gameplay problems. I didn't see bullets not hitting people. I didn't deal with an extreme amount of desync or anything like that. Overall quality performance. for
I
the
will
game.
say that you're talking about the no more hitboxes.
Oh,
right?
I love that thing.
I have never, in what we played 3 or 4 hours yesterday, and not one time, I might have been cussing that bull ass and everything about getting killed and stuff like that, but I never felt like I got killed because it was a game problem, right? Like, I was already around the corner and how'd he hit me type thing.
So you
Right.
got outgunned.
Yeah.
Right.
I
mean,
always
you just
felt
lost.
outgunned.
Yeah.
Okay. Rather than it feeling like the game was what was holding you back.
Yeah.
That's good. That's important, especially in a multiplayer.
Especially for Call of
game.
Duty to do something like that, because that's been a consistent problem with their games.
Oh yeah, hit scan has always been a big issue. The fact that they're going for more
Realism.
dynamic realism,
Yeah.
I'm super excited for this game.
And
Right.
I'd like to know if anybody knows, is there bullet drop?
I don't know.
I felt like there was,
right.
but I couldn't dial it in, so I don't know for sure.
I only got to snipe a little bit in the beta, and I didn't
So-
notice. I don't think.
The only time I do believe there is, because you remember when I got super excited about that one sniper kill on Ground War, I did have to like lead that guy and aim up a bit. So I do believe that there is minimal bullet drop. It's not a lot, but it's there.
Yeah, I mean, if they gotten away from hit scan, the bullet is a physical object, right?
Right.
You would think they would add bullet drop.
Yeah, I assume it has the physics.
Almost knocked my Golden Girls cup over. I about to cry. But yeah, no, I do believe there's some minimal bullet drop to it. I don't notice it so much when we're using the M4s.
I was gonna say the
But we're also
M4 is what
close.
made me question it, because I was using the M4 to distance because I wasn't paying attention. I changed my sight to that.
That's why he doesn't get kills.
I don't normally use it as a long range weapon, but in this particular match,
All
I
right,
didn't have a
I got
choice.
this pistol. About 300 meters out.
Hey man, if you put a scope on like a 44 or something,
Whoa, what was it?
it's a
Was
hunting pistol at that point.
putting it 8 times on a pistol.
That's right.
It's like, it reminds me of Fallout, doing the weird scope magnum thing.
Speaking
Oh, look.
of- speaking
Look at
of
that segue
Fallout,
again. Oh.
He's on the transitions here.
All right. Well, we're also planning on talking about Fallout 76 and the ridiculousness that is the subscription service. Gage, I believe you know more about that than I do.
So when Fallout 76 was originally revealed at E3, they had promised that all the DLC, everything they added to the game was going to be free. All the microtransactions were going to be cosmetic. As time has gone on, they have continually gone against everything they promised in the original showing. Now, they have made large improvements on the game, but they pushed back the Wastelanders DLC,
Yep.
which nobody was complaining about because, if they were trying to get more polish time on it, whatever, that's always a good thing. But then they, like the day before Outer Worlds release, they announced this subscription service. It's like $13 a month or $100 a year. But basically, all it gives you is access to private server, which has been a requested feature ever since the game launched. But they've locked it behind this paywall. It gives you a 1,600 atom allowance each month for you to spend
crap.
on more cosmetics. Which actually they've gone away from just cosmetics in that store now. Now there's you can buy refrigerators and stuff that allows you to survive easier. And
Still cosmetic, but not like.
But it's not game breaking, but it's still, and also the repair kits. They're
Ooh, that's nice.
they're easing further and further away from cosmetics in that store. But then there's also other couple in-game items I think that you get access to, like an outfit or something.
Yeah, a while back they experimented with the outfit thing, and that had a lot of people upset. And so their solution has been to double down on that and try to not pay to win, but pay to be convenient at times. And that's...
Unfortunately, this whole fiasco has caused people to go and purchase Outer Worlds as like a...
nephew to Bethesda.
Yeah, which,
Awesome.
I mean, on the one hand it is, but on the other, the devs, Obsidian, they came out and they were like, we don't want people to purchase our game as a
revenge tactic.
Yeah, as an attack. They want people to purchase their game because they enjoy it.
And
So it's kind of a double-edged sword.
yeah, and that being said, check out the Outer Worlds. I haven't played a lot, but it is good. If you have bought it just to spite Bethesda, at least play the game.
Yeah, right.
Give it a try.
I'm sure.
Do people really buy games just to spite somebody? Come on,
People do things to spite people.
all
I'm
the
not
time,
spending
yeah.
freaking $40 or $50 on a game just to spite
Well,
a
that's because
company.
we all broke.
Right.
Right.
But Fallout 76 has not delivered on its promises. It's still riddled with bugs that have been there since launch.
Yep.
And they're not trying to please the fans. Which, what I think at this point is that, in my personal opinion, I think that Fallout 76 was such a failure that they are just doubling down on trying to get as much money out of it as they possibly can, and foregoing the franchise. Honestly, I hope they sell the franchise. If it's such a burden for them and they don't want
Right.
to push out a polished game, it's their redheaded stepchild. They need to give it to somebody else. Sell it.
Right.
And that's a shame.
Focus on Elder Scrolls.
I love Bethesda, but this has been a fiasco.
This is Bethesda's version of Andromeda. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it.
It basically is. You're
Yep.
right.
And the thing is just like EA, they're taking we're gonna gouge you like while we can approach, like EA has.
They're driving their customers away, driving their fan base away.
On a note, I read this the other day. It's not on our board. I just thought about it. Jedi Fallen Order
Oh, it looks so good.
is not the game that everybody's been getting pitched.
What do
It
you
might be worth looking at. It is not some linear looking like the Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Force Unleashed. It's not like that. It's an open world game.
Really?
Hmm.
Because that was not how
Yeah,
I saw it
the
from
the people that have been getting to
announcements.
play it for review copies and things like that. A lot of them are claiming this is not the game that's been sold or been marketed.
Huh.
I did see an
worth
article.
keeping an eye on.
I did see an article that said something about that. I just didn't read too much into it. I mean, that's
But really, though, with all this Fallout 76 business, it has me worried about Elder Scrolls and Starfield that are coming out, you know? Like,
Yeah.
what are they going to... Are they... They're obviously not going to make them multiplayer. They're single-player titles. But what are they going to take from this Fallout 76 experience and bring into that?
Well,
hopefully not to do multiplayer.
Microtransactions?
yeah. If you look with Skyrim, they had the
Creation Club.
Creation Club.
I wonder if they're going to get away from that in lieu of just more like Atom Shop type things. You know, at least the Creation Club, some of it was created by actual,
Yeah,
modders and stuff like
I
that.
really hope that they kind of refocus after this failure. Like, yes, they're taking an EA style approach to Fallout 76 and trying to gouge people, but maybe they're just trying to recoup their money, and when they move on
But
with a different focus.
But if we want them to change, if we want them to stop doing this, people have to stop buying their games, and that's
gonna hurt.
that's
Yeah.
hard, especially whenever it's a beloved franchise like the
Right.
Elder Scrolls.
yeah,
Oh.
I can't.
I can't imagine never having the new Elder Scrolls. Like,
So
that's-
as long as people buy these games like this from these companies that are so greedy, then
Mhm.
they're gonna keep doing it.
See, the thing about Bethesda, though, this isn't the first time they've been greedy little pigs about everything. How many times was Skyrim re-released?
Because people were continually buying it,
Exactly.
and that's all it is.
Oh,
Well,
now it's
I mean,
remastered. Now Game of the Year. Oh,
That's
what is this?
really that's a different point, though. At least Skyrim was a good game.
Right. I mean, this is enjoyable, but
it was
still.
a game worth.
Yeah, they
Yo.
didn't do it with Fallout 4. And Fallout 4, well, a decent game, was not on the same quality level as
I'm
Skyrim.
one of the first people to defend Fallout 4. I loved the game, but again, like you just said, it was not on par with the other games. But Fallout 76, man, that's something else. There's something wrong fundamentally with that game.
I did see somebody had bought like their domain, like Fallout First.
Oh,
or something
yeah.
like that. Just to piss them off.
They announced Fallout First, which is the premium service, but they didn't acquire the FalloutFirst.com domain name. So some beautiful soul purchased that domain name in order to be very vulgar and
Turn it into a
basically
giant meme.
attack Bethesda for their choices. And
Thank
you can still find the transcript of the site has been since taken down, but you can still find the page on the internet.
On the interweb.
On the interwebs.
And I think it's worth looking at. If you're upset as a fan of Fallout, of a fan of Bethesda games, be upset. Take a stance. Don't freaking let them bully their way into making crappy games.
Right.
That's what EA's done, and EA's...
We're still buying them.
Unfortunately, we still play Madden, but there's not there's not competition.
No.
Yeah,
Bring back
nobody
2K.
else is making a football game.
And
Hashtag bring back 2K. Whoop.
There are some indie football games out there that are slowly getting better, and again, check those out. Maximum Football is one of them. Axis Football is another one, and Gridiron Champions next year. Looks actually really good.
Well, sounds like there might be some alternatives.
Next year might be a real good year for football.
You'd have to be a madman to believe that. Oh, look, speaking of madmen. I didn't have a good one for that one.
Actually, that wasn't too bad, and you ruined it.
I know, right? Speaking of crazy people.
So, some of us also recently saw the Joker movie.
Not this guy.
He would not go for some reason.
As we forementioned earlier, I'm a broke.
So,
Bro.
I offered to pay for you.
Well, you know what? That just makes me feel bad. So,
Excuses.
because then I have to bring my wife, and then it's the whole thing.
What?
and-
Why? No.
We didn't bring our wives.
Right?
I cannot leave the house barely without my damn wife. Okay.
Does she watch this?
Like one episode.
Well, I love you, Mallory.
I mean, I do too. But
I don't know you, Mallory.
I mean, you just know her from the one night she took care of me as I was dying on the floor.
Yeah, I do have mad respect for her for that. My wife would have left me in my own vomit.
Mine would have rolled me over at least, but
I said mine at least made sure I was on my side.
Oh my God.
So you watched the Joker.
If you haven't got to see that yet, that is an incredible film.
Yeah, it's not a comic book movie. It's not a superhero movie. Don't go into it expecting something like that. It is honestly a lot like a Martin Scorsese movie. Now he's been critical of comic book movies, but
Yeah, DCU.
rightfully so, I think.
Agreed. Superhero movies have gone significantly downhill, especially with the ensemble films. In my opinion,
it becomes a thing where you have to watch every
Right,
movie,
it's- yeah,
and that's
exactly.
not fair to the consumer.
Right, you're watching it to just basically watch your comic books play out. I mean, that's all you're doing.
In this aspect, though, Joker foregoes all Batman movies and all the DCU extended universe, and is like, we're making this movie. It's a character-driven movie. It's Joaquin Phoenix, phenomenal. We could sit here and gush about this movie all day.
he blew me away. I mean, when I first heard that Joaquin Phoenix was going to be doing the Joker, I did not expect him to be good. I didn't think that was going to happen.
Personally, I would have thought he would have been a crap job at it.
But there was an article I read that so in the film, the Joker, Arthur Fleck, he has,
By the way, spoilers if you haven't watched the movie.
yeah,
Spoiler that.
but it's not really a spoiler.
I know, but potential's there.
Potential spoilers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has a condition where he laughs uncontrollably, and it's always at very inappropriate times, or for like it doesn't match.
It doesn't
the
reflect
emotion
his emotions, yeah.
that he's feeling.
Your wife has 6 months to live.
So I read an article that there someone in real life that actually has that condition said that Joaquin Phoenix portrayed it to a T. I mean, didn't miss a beat with that whole thing. Some of the improv, he improvised some scenes in that film.
This is spoilers. The scene with the refrigerator.
The refrigerator.
I won't get into the details of that scene, but
He
I thought
came
at
up
the
with that on
time
his
when we
own.
were watching that movie, I was like, I wonder if that was scripted that way.
Yeah,
I had that thought. I feel pretty good to hear that he just kind of threw everybody for a loop doing that.
Right? That was awesome. It just makes that scene so much more better. So much better.
Because generally, when you have like non-scripted scenes that make it in the movie, those are so much better.
Right?
Yeah. Now, all that aside, phenomenal movie. Here we are a couple weeks later. I still feel like it can make it into my top 5 all time. It's a fantastic movie.
Really?
There's I can't pick a whole lot out about it. There are early discussions about a sequel, and I have mixed feelings about that.
Pretty sure it's already confirmed.
I looked just a little while ago. It's not confirmed, but early discussions are always going to be had on a successful movie.
Especially a movie that beat Deadpool.
Yeah, they may sit there and go, you know what, this movie stands up on its own. If we want to continue this, we've got to, it may be 5-6 years out. You never know. It could also get rushed and be a giant crap fest. And that's my concern. Is it's going to disservice this movie.
So one thing I want to note is that Joaquin Phoenix has never done a sequel. And for him to actually consider doing a sequel for this movie, he knows that he can do it justice. I don't think that he would do it if he thought that it was going to be a bad film.
To his credit, I agree with that. And I have thoughts in my mind of what would make a good sequel. Without deviating heavily. The first report that I saw involved setting up other villains and things like that.
Really?
I don't want
Penguin
that.
and stuff.
I don't want that either. Actually, what I saw initially was that it was going to focus more on him actually like getting into crime and following him that. But I'm not
the Clown Prince of Gotham.
I don't know exactly how they're going to do that and keep it interesting.
I know what I kind of want in my head, and I don't want to get into that and spoil the ending.
Right, yeah, we shouldn't do that.
We can talk about that outside of this. It is getting about time to wrap up, though.
Okay.
Right. A couple points, though, because I haven't watched the movie, but I've seen some articles. But first, going to the point of a remake, the problem with that is he would almost have to immediately do a sequel to that. Because the way he discussed that trying to get into that role initially, like, damn near drove him mad. Like, trying to lose all that weight and then get into that role.
He's already gained all his weight back.
Yeah. So, in order for him to, I don't know if he'd be willing to do that again. Like, that was such an up and down for him to do it. That's crazy.
He wouldn't necessarily have to lose all the weight.
No.
No.
Based on the ending, he's not. He can be changed
Right.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But
there's room for that character to be different.
But just like the Madden curse, it seems like there's something always going wrong with Jokers here lately. Like, there's crazy.
Well,
The way you have to get into that role is
Joaquin
just crazy.
Phoenix seems to be handling it well after the fact.
That's
so.
good. And then my point to that was, did anybody else see that Jared Leto basically threw a gigantic baby fit?
Oh my God.
Apparently, he
And
had tried to stop the movie from being made entirely.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen an actor quite throw such a gigantic baby fit because he wasn't asked to be Joker again. By the way, dude, your Joker sucked.
Not,
Just saying.
And not that he wasn't asked to do it again. He wasn't asked to do it for this movie.
Right,
and saying that he was done. He wasn't officially done until like last week.
Yeah, until he made himself done.
Yeah.
Because I made that point the other day to somebody. Like, he wasn't asked to do his movie because it's not a DCU movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not part of their continuum of Suicide Squad and all that.
They had a
stuff.
very particular Joker for this, vision for this Joker, and he did not fit it.
He's
but
over
for him to throw a fit,
right?
He's not entitled to that role,
right? So it's funny to see the memes that were triggered by that.
Oh, yeah,
to see like Joaquin Phoenix and Jack Nicholson and all them like looking at him on the outside, like, oh, you're never gonna do another one. You guys are leaving me out of my Joker fan club. Your Joker sucked. I mean, I'm sorry. The Joker was the worst part of Suicide Squad. I absolutely hated that crap.
And this is the part where they fight because slightly different opinions.
I
didn't care for him.
I didn't hate his Joker. I think that so they cut out a lot of his parts from that movie, which I agree Joker should not have been in that movie. Shouldn't have had anything to do with it. But for what it was, they cut out a lot of his scenes from it. So we didn't really get a great look at that Joker.
Now, what I mean particularly, though, is his... I shouldn't say Jared Leto as Joker might have been fine. that version of Joker, absolutely god awful. The
Yeah.
writing for that Joker, god awful. The screen time for that Joker, god awful. Like, it was
Yeah,
so stupid.
I don't think that it got the time for us to actually know anything about that.
Right.
Joker.
I mean,
I liked the modern
completely
spin
pointless.
on it. That was
right. I mean,
that was a unique Joker. For
that's
sure.
interesting.
I did see an image where somebody removed all the tattoos and everything from him, and I gotta tell you, that image I liked way more than what was actually on screen.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the character couldn't have been good. I'm not saying Jared Leto couldn't have done it well, and maybe he did do it well, and we just didn't get to see it. But that Suicide Squad did not need the Joker, and
Agreed.
we'll never know if his Joker could have fleshed out because he's a prima donna.
Yeah, he shot himself in the foot on that one.
Yeah. I don't get to play Joker in your Warner Bros. Movie. I'm just going to quit playing Joker altogether.
Well, now it's time to end the show. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks.
You know what to do. Bye.
Bye.
Check out the blooper reel. I mean, you can keep waving all you like. We are so much less ready than normal.
We've only got 3 topics today.
3 topics and sex lighting.
I still can't believe that worked. That was the best.
Alexa is probably like the best thing on the planet. She controls your home.
Right?
She can set the mood for you.
Right? Definitely.
She's like the ultimate
mood.
wingman.
That's right. I love you, Alexa.
She don't care.
She ain't gonna say it back. She don't give a
Never
shit.
does. And then if she does say anything back, it's usually like a friend zone type rejection.
Well, I think of you as a friend.
I always like to have her talk dirty to me.
Like, Alexa, I love you.
That's nice of you to say.
Yeah,
See, that's,
Friend
you
zone.
just dug your hole a little deeper.
I was trying to dig Alexa's hole deeper.
Whoa.
I mean, damn.
All
That's how
right.
you end up with that movie Her, though.
Don't. All right. Don't make me set the mood lighting back.
Do you need some time alone with Alexa?
Right?
No, my
Although-
wife gets jealous when I play with Alexa too much.
I mean,
Okay.
She's not wrong.
it's kind of messed up though because Alexa doesn't like reciprocate.
I know.
So
Isn't there a word for that? I'm trying to pursue something that's not going to love you back. It's like that episode of Big Bang Theory where Raj finally goes and hunts down Siri because he just
But
thought
not
him
like
and Siri
a
were in
dream.
love.
didn't watch that.
What?
Yeah, I didn't watch Big Bang Theory.
You and I can't be friends anymore.
See that? Internet.
Right?
Friendship's ruined.
Like one of the greatest sitcoms ever, and he's over here not watching it.
You probably like Young Sheldon, though, don't you?
Not really.
Okay.
I was gonna say it wouldn't surprise me if you did.
No, I'm not a big fan of Young Sheldon. I really don't watch too much of that crap anymore. I don't watch too much TV except for like American Horror Story.
Oh, I stopped watching that. I stopped watching that.
The
so-
season or like just in general?
I'm done with the show after. Like I got halfway through this season. I'm done.
Okay, this season is super weird.
You're talking about Apocalypse, right?
Yeah.
Is what you
Oh.
got.
Oh, not the current
Okay.
season.
Now,
I stopped
see,
with Apocalypse.
I've only watched like 2 full seasons of it, being Freak Show and then this one right now. This one right now is interesting, but it's also
Well,
weird.
the show has gone like extremely feminist. To a severe degree, and I lost interest.
You just triggered so many people.
Eh,
Hashtag triggered.
nobody watches the show anyway.
I'm telling you, anytime you say triggered, what's the first thing you think of? Is that one
That one image of
that one protester going? "Arr."
I like equality. I don't like feminism.
Right?
All
We
right.
should probably start.
Yeah, we probably should.
I mean,
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Control Room. It's David.
Hey,
Gage.
Ron. Well, done fucked up. See,
We
look,
did it again.
he pointed right to me, and
I don't know why we can't just transition across.
Okay,
That makes sense.
let's start over. All right, give it a second.
Well, we missed all that
Give
other
it-
banter.
It's okay. We can edit. Get it.
What are we doing?
What's going on, guys? It's welcome to the control room. I'm David.
See, look, now,
Oh
see,
my God.
see, that's what's
I
gonna
thought we were
happen.
gonna go across. I thought that was the
Is
plan.
that our plan? Okay. I mean,
I hope this section's long enough to cut out and add to the end of the episode.
it's the blooper reel.
Freaking bloopers, along with Alexa, set the basement to sex lighting.
Uh-oh.
Sure, you. No shit.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
there we go.
Bow, bow,
I'm gonna have it play My Pony next time.
Oh,
Oh,
Genuine.
my.
Alexa, set the basement lights to 100%.
and play Genuine's My Pony.
God dang it.
I'm not sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alexa, set the basement light to 100%. Alright, now we are on a timer here, dang it.
Okay.
Yeah. Camera.
Well, we got blooper reels.
Reset. We're going across.
Okay. All right.